Hi everyone, this is Priyanka working as Assistant Professor in SNS College of Engineering. Today in my lecture series we are going to do in detail about the security attacks in the subject of cryptography and cybersecurity. In my last lecture series we have seen about the OSS security architectures. Those are all the security attacks, security services and mechanisms. In this series we are just going to see the security attacks in detail. This, as we have seen in last class, that is OSS security architecture includes security attack, security mechanism, security services. Now let's come to the security attacks. It mainly process of gaining and access of data by unauthorized users. That is, we are just accessing the data, modifying the data, destroying the data. It is process of attackers. That is the security attacks. Next, coming to these are the types of security attacks. It mainly consists of active attack as well as the passive attacks. Active attacks and the passive attacks. In passive attacks, no data modification will be done. That is, there will not be any modification of the data whenever the hackers hack your data. That is called as your passive attack. This passive attacks further it is divided into two, that is release the message content and traffic analysis. Release of message content. Now let's see release of message content. This is a release of a message. Third party only can access the data when a person, this Bob is messenger, that is Alice is a receiver, is sending a message. That is a third person. He just reads the content of the message from Bob to Alex. He just only reads the message, whereas he's not doing. This is called as the release of the message content. Next, coming to the traffic analysis. Traffic analysis in the sense it is the analysis traffic and modifies the data that has to be used. It mainly used here. Modification will be done. That is, Bob sent a message to Alice in which the hacker is in middle and he will just analyze the traffic how it is and then he will modify the data that has to be used. This is called as traffic analysis. Coming to the active attack. In active attack, the data's modification will be done. Okay, here the modification of data will be done. Listen, types of traffic attacks. It mainly consists of masquerade, data modification, replay, and denial of services. All these comes under the active attacks. Active attacks. First, let us see masquerade. What is a masquerade? Here, sender and receiver are there. In between, the hacker is available. Here, senders will send the message to the receiver, but the third party, that is unauthorized user, they access the data and modifies the data and then send it to the receiver in the name of the sender. Here it will go into the login of the sender and then it will send the message in such a way that the sender sends a message, but the receiver will think that the sender has been sent the message. He couldn't find that the hackers or the third party have sent the message. This is the concept of masquerade. Next, coming to data modification. In data modification, here the third party, as we have seen, Bob analyzer, sender and receiver, that is the third party. That is a third party access the data that is sent by the sender to the receiver, and then the third party modifies that data and sends to the receiver. You just hear only the modification is done. It will not go to the login of the sender. Here just a modification will be done. This is called as data modification. Now coming to the replay. Replay in the sense receiver receives the data twice. Receiver will receive a data whenever sender sends a message. A receiver will receive a data twice. Here the sender sends a message to the receiver as well as the third party will access that message. He will access the message and he will modification will be done. Here the modification will be done. Then the third party sends to the receiver. Again, third party also will send a message to the receiver. However, the receiver doesn't know the original message. When both are sending the message, here there become a confusion for the receiver who have sent the message. This is in the case of the replay. Okay. Next, coming to denial of services. In the case of denial of services, here a third party interrupts the services that is sent by the sender. Here third party will interrupt. Here will the service which is provided to the person, they will be it will be interrupt, and that service it will be they will make it delay whenever sending, whenever a receiver now sender is in this request as resources by a server. In that case, they what the hacker will do is he will send a continuous message to this server. So in that case, he can't access the resources. In that case, denial of services will occur. The message will not reach to the receiver at a time. This is called as a denial of services. We have seen all these are all the books which I have been referred for um, my lecture series. Now, in this, as we have seen what are all the attacks in detail, in the next lecture series, we are going to see the service mechanisms. Thank you.